Let's quickly get to grips with the developments in Diepsloot, and that have again become the focus, the spotlight there, particularly human rights issues. Residents angry about what they are saying is crime in the area, blaming government for the influx of illegal migrants in the country, they say. Joining me now for this conversation is South African Human Rights Commissioner Nissen, who speaks to us via the virtual platform. Mr. Nissen, thank you very much for your time. You've observed over a number of days the situation that holds in Diepsloot right now. Your observation as a human rights organization, to what level have human rights been trampled upon in Diepsloot?
Well, good afternoon, Claudia, and good morning to your viewers. Sorry, it's still morning, it's a long day. Now, first of all, on behalf of the Commission, we want to convey our deepest condolences to the family of the deceased, Norman family. But at the same time, we are saying that the South African police services must do whatever they can to stabilize the situation, but at the same time also bring those who've done it to book, as they've already indicated. They've arrested some people. The South African Human Rights Commission obviously is very, very concerned about what's happening, not only there, but what we've seen in the last few weeks in terms of how the issues of non-nationals that come up to the fore again, xenophobia, people being chased out of the towns, out of the places where they live. And of course, the South African Human Rights Commission has got the mandate to protect everybody in South Africa's rights. And therefore, we need to ask and look at how this issue that's raised from time to time, and also by certain organizations that are inflaming situations like this, that we need to ask what is the national position as to how we're going to deal with this matter, because it appears it's not going to go away. And as the Commission, we're very concerned, and therefore we beseech government to find some national solution to these kind of issues.
Mr. Nissen, the rise of vigilantism is being decried right now, and much of the blame targeted towards government to say you have allowed organizations like Operation Dudula to continue and even at times be accompanied by police officers. How fertile is the ground right now, or is the situation for what we saw in July? And I suppose people are listening to this with a bit of nausea, but it is a serious worry given the socio-economic conditions that have worsened.
Yes, indeed. It is very worrisome, and I think every South African in this country should be lending support for a solution. Unfortunately, we've seen in the last few years that vigilantism have increased, not only in terms of when it comes to foreign nationals, but also you've seen in the Kimberley area around crime and other areas around crime, and also sometimes innocent people losing their lives, because there appears to be kind of a lawlessness that enters into those areas. However, we believe that the South African police services are really doing their utmost best, and the Minister has really demonstrated that. However, the buck stops with government. The buck stops with government, starting at least from our borders right down to the issue about how do we deal with the illegals, and how do we speed up the people that are waiting for their documentation, the asylum seekers and the refugees. How do we deal with it? How do we speed it up, not waiting for 20 years for a person to get documented? So all of these issues, yes, it's of great concern, but certainly we need to address this because it affects social cohesion in this country in a very, very bad way. The problem also, as we've seen in the last few weeks, is around jobs, the scarce job opportunities, and everybody clamors for their job. And in that process, people started blaming each other, and people start mobilizing each other, become vigilantes, and then start attacking people that they think have taken their jobs. But however, so we really need some economic answers to it, and we really need to ask our borders to be protected. We really need to say that undocumented people or people waiting for their documents, something must be done. But we can never condone any vigilantism. We can never condone any lawlessness. And therefore, we're saying people's rights are being violated, but those institutions like the police, like Home Affairs, like social development, and like the government of the day should look at it, and very hard look at it, and bring us solutions so that we can avoid having this kind of vigilantism that we see. So yes, indeed, the buck stops with government.